Hello. Good evening, all of you. Audio, video clear? Please mention whether the audio, video is clear. Welcome all of you to this live lecture. Today's topic is age problem, a very interesting topic. A minute, just check whether. Yeah. And please try to invite your friends also to be part of this lecture. Let more people join this initiative. Okay. Okay. So age problem, age related problem, how to solve, that is what I am going to teach you. Just like algebra, this chapter also, more than the theory, it is more about practicing and doing. In many questions, many things can be there, or many tricky things are there that you should identify. For the new people, this is a course where we are completing all topics of UPSC CSAT, 30 minutes per lecture, and 40 lectures will be there. So we are conducting the series daily at 8:30 p.m. So new students, more info about this you can see here. And if you want more study materials related to this UPSC CSAT or the other exams, you can check it out in the description of this video. There are many resources already provided in the description. These are the books I have written. For CSIR NET, there is a dedicated book that is written which is available in Amazon, and for CSIR NET, UPSC and other exam courses are also there. My profile in my mobile application. All these links are there in the description of the video. Okay, so let us start today's topic. Find age problem. In finding the X chapter, we learned what all are the different ways of solving a linear equation. Those kinds of things in some questions we need in this today's class also. So those things, most of you already know it. Otherwise, if you have any doubt, you can refer to that finding the X chapter, where I have revised this theory in the theory briefly, at least how to solve linear equation when there is one variable, when there is two variable. School math only, there is nothing more. So with questions today, we will cover more questions and learn more concepts with the questions itself. So this was a 2019 CSAT question. All of you try it, and those who are preparing for other exams also, these questions are very good to practice. So please try this question, all of you. Any answers? Due to lack of time, I will start explaining. First, I will explain the meaning of the question. By that time, try to complete the question solution. Those of you are trying the question. In 2002, Meenu's age was 1/3 of Meera's age. These kinds of statement, first you should process it properly, because some people have difficulty in processing these sentences. Meenu's age is 1/3 of Meera's age means if Meera's age is X, Meenu's age is 1/3 of it, that is X by 3. Don't get confused, X by 3 X, or is it X and X by 3? That confusion should not be there. But I will not prefer it writing X by 3 and X, because it is better to avoid fraction. In the finding the X chapter also I told you, it is better to avoid fraction, because then it will be easier to simplify. So to avoid fraction, instead of saying Meenu's age is 1/3 of Meera's age, if Meenu's age is 1/3 of Meera's age should be 3 times Meenu's age. Na? So let X be Meenu's age, then 3X will be Meera's age. If you have doubt, read the sentence with respect to this 3X and X. Minu's age x is 1/3 of Mira's age 3x. X is 1/3 of 3x is correct, na? For those people who are doubting these kinds of mathematical sentences or how to write this mathematically, to them I am telling this. It is very simple, but in case you have doubt, writing it x and 3x is better. I hope all of you understood it. But when this is happening at 2002, here the age year also is an important thing. Whereas in 2010, 2010 means 8 years after 2002. 8 years after 2002, Minu's age was half of Mira's age means Mira's age. Okay, first of all, what will happen after 8 years? 2002 becomes 2010 means 8 years will be added to Minu's age also. It will be added to Mira's age also. This is one important thing you should take care in this chapter, because many people misunderstand this and add 10 to either this only or this only. Sorry, not 10. It is 8. 8 years later. So don't add 10. Add 8. So the age of Minu on the year 2010 will be x plus 8 and Mira's age will be 3x plus 8. All of you understood this? Please respond. Because 2002 to 2010, 8 years later. And regarding this, there is another sentence written that Minu's age is half of Mira's age. Or in other words, as I told, here Minu's age is 1/3 of Mira's age means Mira's age is 3 times. Similarly, Mira's age will be half, double of Minu's age. So 3x plus 8 is 2 times x plus 8. That is easy to represent. Yes, I agree it is correct to write x plus 8 is equal to half of x plus 8 is equal to half of 3x plus 8. But then one extra step is needed. We are trying to do questions better, na? That is why it is better to write it directly like this. Now it is a linear equation solving, which we already discussed in the finding the x chapter. So opening the bracket and solving it, 3x plus 8 equal to 2 times x plus 8, that is 2x plus 16. So 3x, 2x taken to the one side, x, 8 taken to the side, 16 minus 8, 8. So x is 8. What was assumed as 8x? In 2002, Minu's age was assumed as x. So that is 8. Question is asking when was Minu born? In 2002, 8 years old was Minu means 8 years before 2002, Minu was born. Like now if you are 24 years old, you were born 24 years before. To find your year of birth, you just have to subtract 24. Like 2024, subtracted 24, 2000 will be your year of birth, na? Same way here, 2002 minus 8, 1994 is the answer. Super easy, right? Please respond. Is it completely clear? All of you? If there is any doubts, please ask. If it is clear, let's move on to the next question. So this is the idea of age problem. It is finding the x chapter question itself, but everything is written in age. That is why we are separately discussing this as a separate lecture. So please try the next question. This was asked in 2019 UPSC CSAT. A wonderful question. Yeah, you can tabulate the data to get a clarity if you want. One and a half minutes to try. All of you try the question, please. So in these kinds of questions, the starting point is important. Where you are starting the question solution from, that will decide how fast you solve it. Due to lack of time, I will start explaining. Ina was born 4 years after her parents' marriage. So her father and mother married. 4 years after their marriage, Ina was born. Her mother is 3 years younger than her father. So the age difference between her father and mother is 3 years. And 24 years older than Ina. Her mother is 24 years older than Ina. Who is 13 years old? So Ina's age is directly given. That is why that should be the starting point. Ina's present age is 13 years old. That is the starting point. So the Ina's age is 13. From that you can write mother's age and father's age. From that you can find whatever the question is asking. Ina's age is 13. Mother is 24 years older than her. That is mentioned here. Na? Her mother is 3 years younger than father and 24 years older than Ina. So 13 years plus 24, 37 years old is her mother. And her mother is 3 years younger than her father, means father is 3 years older. That means 37-year-old mother, 3 years older than her 40-year-old father. So these are the present ages of Ina, Ina's mother and Ina's father respectively. All of you clear? Now what is the final question? At what age did Ina's father get married? Ina's father got married 13 years before Ina was born, because 13 years Ina is old now. Like if now 2024 if we are discussing, Ina is 13 years old. So 13 years back Ina was born, that is 2011. Just to give you perspective, I am telling you with the current year. So 2011, but 4 years before Ina was born, her father and mother got married. That means 13 plus 4, 17 years before. 17 years before father and mother got married. So 40 minus 17 will be the answer, 23. 40 minus 17, 23 will be the answer. How many of you understood this? Because father got married 4 year plus 13 year. Why 4 year plus 13 year? Ina is 13-year-old. That means 13 year before Ina was born. 4 year before Ina's birth was the marriage of Ina's father and mother. That means 13 plus 4, 17 years before. That is when Ina's father got married. Now 40-year-old means 17 year before, it is 40 minus 17, 23-year-old. So option B. Hope it is completely clear. All of you understood it? And if you want a similar question for practicing, same type question was repeated in CSIR NET exam. Those who are appearing for CSIR also, the question that we just discussed, same question was asked in CSIR also. This was that question. Instead of Ina, it is mentioned, I have a brother. So instead of 3 people, here 4 people are there. Mother, father, sister, brother, 5 people, sorry, and me. 5 people are there. And same way you analyze previous question, you can try this question. This is a homework question. I will add it in the practice sheets. Those of you are new to this initiative, check the description of the video to be part of our exclusive Telegram channel, where we post daily practice questions of the topic we are discussing in this playlist. So all topics, 10 questions minimum you can find in that practice questions. So then try this question. This is a very interesting question. Carefully try it. Today we will try at least 5 questions. Hemant, I will try to add it as soon as possible due to my other lectures and other courses daily. That is why I am taking 1 or 2 days for updating the practice question. But we will try to add it as soon as possible. So if you are feeling that this session is useful for you, do hit the like button. That will help this video to reach to more and more people who will go. Okay, some of you got an answer, so I'll start explaining. Listen carefully. X said to Y, at the time of your birth, I was twice as old as you are at present. That looks a difficult sentence, so let us break it down. That is the most important thing. When the sentence is difficult, break it down into simpler parts. Before that, next sentence is at the present age of X is 42 years. So let us start from that. Presently, X is 42 years old. Y's age we don't know, so I am calling Y's age as Y itself. Present age of Y is Y itself. So that is what we are assuming. Now read the first sentence. X said to Y, at the time of your birth. At the time of your birth means at the time of birth of Y. Y is 0 years old. Now all of you are agreeing? Y is 0 years old. So can you tell me X will be how many years old according to this sentence? That is what we need to decode. Hemant, particularly I don't know. Yeah, towards the end of the class, if possible, we'll discuss about it. Okay, coming back to. So 0 years is when Y is born. When you are born, you are 0 years old. Na? You are not 1 year old. You are 0 year old. Your first birthday is when you are 1 year old. So you are 0 year old or Y is 0 year old when Y was born. At that time, I was twice as old as you are at present. To Y, X is saying, you are at now, present means presently Y is Y years old. That is what we are assuming. Y is Y years old. I was twice as old as you are at present means X is 2 times Y years old. 2Y years old. Is this clear? 2Y years old. How? That is what this sentence is saying. At the time of your birth, that means at the time of birth of Y, X was twice as old as you are at present. Presently Y is Y years old. So twice that means 2Y years old. So now it is easy to solve. What can be equated? Present and at the time of your birth. If you compare it, at the time of Y's birth, after that, Y years is added to reach the present. Na? Like imagine you are 24 years old means at the time of your birth you are 0 years old or your year of birth will be 2000 and now it will be 24 years after that. Na? That means you can connect these two situations by saying adding Y will be enough. So, okay, yeah, one more thing. At the time of your birth, you can say it is 2Y. That is one way of saying it. Another way of saying it is Y years before. It is Y years before. So that is 42 minus Y years. X is currently 42 years old. So Y years before it is 42 minus Y. Na? So 42 minus Y is also a representation for the X's age at the time of birth of Y. That means this 42 minus Y and this 2Y are equal. Na? Equating that you will get the value of Y. Linear equation solving. Minus Y taken to the other side plus Y. So 3Y is equal to 42 and Y is equal to 14. All of you understood how we found y is equal to 14? Y is equal to 14. This was our unknown, so that we got it. Y is equal to 14. So now answer the statements. 8 years ago, the age of x was 5 times the age of y. 8 years ago. Presently, age is 42 and 14 respectively. 8 years ago means x will be 42 minus 8, 34 years old. Y will be 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8, 6 years old. 34 is 5 times 6. 34 is not 5 times 6. So first statement is wrong. 34 is not equal to 5 into 6. 30 is 5 into 6. So first statement is wrong. After 14 years. After 14 years means currently it is 42 and 14 years old. After 14 years means 42 plus 14, 56 years old. 14 plus 14, 28 years old. X would be twice the age of y means for 56 is 2 times 28. That is totally correct. So second statement is correct. So 2 only is correct. First is not correct. The second statement is the only correct statement. Option B is the correct time. So this was a 2021 CSAT problem. All of you understood this? This question can be improvised further. The solution can be improvised further. I'll just give you the idea of the improvisation. Without writing these steps, you can directly also say that twice as old as you are at present means presently you are y years old. Twice as old as you are at present means when you were born, I was twice as old as you are present. Now I am thrice as old as you are at present. Because now y years is added to that 2y. Y plus 2y is 3y. Na? That way you can directly say 3y is equal to 42. If you understood that, that is faster solution. If you haven't understood it, go with this solution itself. Because doing the question is more important also. Rather than the faster solution. Faster solution, if you can do that, is very good. But in last minute revision and all, if you are not okay with faster solution, any one solution at least which is okay. Okay-ish means you can do it in 2.5 minutes means that is okay. If it is taking more than 3 minutes means that is not a solution at all. That should be a question that should be skipped. All of you understood this? Please respond. Little tricky question, but this is how to decode it. Then this was a 2022 CSAT question. All of you make a try. A statement type question, data sufficiency model question. If you try this question. Okay, so I'll explain. Consider the question and two statements given below. Data sufficiency model questions, how to do it. We have discussed in previous sessions also, I guess. So there will be a question to be answered. What is the age of Manisha? Answering that question is not the priority at all. To answer the question, which all statements are necessary, that is the only thing that we need to answer. Whether you solve it for the value, unknown value, that is not needed at all. So whether statement 1 alone is enough to answer the question, whether statement 2 alone is enough to answer the question, or both of them are needed, or both of them are not enough to answer the question, that is what we need to find. Let us first check, like look at the options, then you will get the idea what is the meaning of a data sufficiency model question. In upcoming classes also we will discuss more data sufficiency model questions in different chapters. Statement 1 alone is sufficient or not, let us check. Manisha is 24 years younger than her mother. Just think in real. Without knowing about Manisha's age or mother's age, can you say what is the age of Manisha just by knowing that? Like you have a friend Manisha, but you don't know Manisha is how many years old. But Manisha is saying, I am 24 years younger than my mother. Is that information enough to answer what is Manisha's age? No, right? Because you don't know about Manisha's mother's age or Manisha's mother also. That is why definitely statement 1 is not enough. Or mathematically speaking, if you take, let x be Manisha's age, 24 years younger than mother's age means mother's age will be x plus 24. But that does not give you an equation to solve, na? That does not give you an equation to solve. If you have an equation only, you can solve it, na? So that equation is not enough, not there in statement 1. So statement 1 alone is sufficient is wrong. Statement 1 alone is not sufficient. What about statement 2? 5 years later, like Manisha and Manisha's mother, don't take statement 1. Let us take statement 2 alone. If Manisha is X years old and Manisha's mother is Y years old, 5 years later means Manisha will be X plus 5 year old and Manisha's mother will be X plus Y plus 5 years old. Yeah, add 5 to both the values. Don't add 5 to only one value. X plus 5 and Y plus 5. Ages of Manisha and Manisha's mother will be 3/5 ratio means 5 years later X plus 5 divided by Y plus 5. This is equal to 3/5. This equation is enough to solve for X and Y. I told you in finding the X chapter already. If two unknowns are there, two equations are ideally needed to solve it. Unless the equation is such a way designed. Otherwise, in almost all cases, if two equations are there, two unknowns means two equations are needed. If you try to solve it or if you cross multiply it also, you will get 5x plus 25 is equal to 3y plus 15. That is 5x minus 3y is equal to 10. That is one equation and two unknown. That will not solve for X or Y. That is why statement 2 alone is sufficient to answer is also wrong. Now let us see statement 1 and 2 together. Statement 1 says 24 years younger than her mother. That means you can take what is Y? Y is mother's age. Mother is 24 years more than Manisha. So instead of Y here, I can substitute X plus 24. Like in finding the X chapter, I told you, elimination method of solving linear equation. So X plus 24 you can substitute and then you can definitely solve it. Na? As I told, solving it is not the priority. Whether it is possible to solve, that is what the question is asking. This is definitely solvable. Or if you are not satisfied, you solve it. If you multiply by 3, you will get 72 equal to 10. 2x equal to 62. So x is equal to 31. That means Manisha's age is 31 years according to these two statements. So both statement 1 and 2 are sufficient. No other statement is needed to answer this. Statement 1 and 2 itself is sufficient to answer the question. So option C is the correct answer. Is it clear to all of you? Please respond. Simple question, right? Simple in the sense if you decode it, it is simple. Otherwise, it is difficult. It's little time consuming, I agree that. But it is just using those two statements. Basically, if you know how to solve a data sufficiency model question, this was not difficult at all. Yeah, did I? Okay. Let me check, Samia. Did I write it wrong? Just let me check. Yeah, -3 should be added. Yeah, this should be -72. Yeah, that is -72. And 10 will be the other side now. Yeah, it is 82. Correct. So the age of Manisha is 41. Yeah, so I told that is not necessary to solve, but when you solve it, it is not 31, it is 41 you are going to get. All of you clear now? Please respond. So then try this question also. CSAT 2015 problem. We have discussed already 1, 2, 3, 4 question, and the fifth question is this. Please try this. And once again, those of you are understanding the concepts, do let me know in the comment section and do share this video to maximum people. Please support this initiative and make it reach to more and more people. If there is any Telegram channel or Telegram group that you are part of, and if any of your friends want to learn these concepts through this playlist, please share this playlist link to all those channels. So try this question. Okay, due to lack of time, I will start explaining a comparatively simple question. A father is 9 times as old as his son and a mother is 8 times as old as his son. The sum of father's and mother's age is 51 years. What is the age of the son? So, age of the son, if that is an unknown, let us take x be the age of the son. Father is 9 times old means 9x. Mother is 8 times old means 8x. That difference is 51 means 9x, sum. 9x plus 8x is 51. That is the only equation you need to find the value of x. Finding the x question. Now that is what I told. This chapter is just the extension of finding the x chapter. So x is equal to 3 and that is the answer. Super easy question. The data is in terms of ages, that is the only difference. Otherwise, it is just continuation of the previous chapter. Okay, so that's it. I hope all of you understood it. This is a hybrid question asked from this chapter. Hybrid questions can be asked. Number system and age problem mixed together, this question is asked. Try this question, very interesting question. Solution I have mentioned it here. You can try it now also if you want. So yeah, I understand that problem, Hemant. Many people are facing that same issue. When concepts are explained in the class, they are understanding, but a random question, it is challenging to decode the meaning of the question and reach to that solution part. Now, yeah, definitely you have to get more practice. That is important. Normally in my classroom coaching program also, or in my full-length program also, that is what I try to do, to develop the problem solving skills, because it is a skill that should be developed just like any other skill, like cycling or swimming or any other skill. Problem solving is also a skill that you have to invest some time to develop that. Then some people have that natural problem solving skills. Some people, for your subject it may be good, but for aptitude kind of thing, it needs a little training to develop that skill. So that if you invest some time, definitely you can improve. Everyone can improve actually. So check out my previous videos, check out my other playlist also. In that also, this is what I focused, to develop the problem solving skill of each aspirant. Okay, so yeah, I agree that in exam hall challenges are also there. The panic situation that may be there in exam hall, that is also a contributing factor for us to get confusion how to form an equation or which method to solve and all. But practicing is the key. There is no other shortcut as such. Practice is the key. This initiative is a small start to that, because some people who are totally new to these kinds of concepts, you have to practice more. But those who are already familiar with this pattern and all, this sessions itself will help you to improve your confidence and complete your final revision also. Okay, so I think let's conclude today. Today's topic was a smaller topic. That is why we can finish it exactly at 30 minutes. If there is any other doubts, please ask. And more practice questions I will add in the practice in the Telegram channel worksheets. So all of you are welcome to be part of it. And once again reminding, if you want the flashcards that we are using or we are showing in the class for your extra learning or revision, flashcards for UPSC CSAT is available in our mobile application. It is also available in Amazon Kindle and Google Books platform also. And for other exams also, flashcards are available. Full-length courses also available for other exams like CSIR NET. And for GATE, from July onwards, we are starting the full-length course for GATE also. So the details of the full-length course for CSIR NET is given here. Those of you who want to be part of the full-length program for CSIR NET, you are welcome. Free study material also will be provided along with this course. And if you want to be part of our free resources, website, Telegram channel, WhatsApp group and mobile application, these are the QR codes to scan, or check the description of the video to get direct links to access these resources. And check out the other playlist in this channel. There are dedicated playlists for different exams, and there are dedicated playlists for speed maths and Vedic maths learning also. So you can use that for extra learning. The other playlist, if you are not preparing for that exam also, many exams aptitude section is very similar. So that can be used as a practice material for you to practice. So I think let's conclude here. If there is no other doubts or no other concerns, do let me know what you felt about today's class in the comment section. That will help us to improve. That will be an encouragement also, and that will help us help others also to understand about the quality of the lecture. So that's it. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good night. See you all on the next class. Tomorrow will be the next class. Tomorrow we will be discussing the next topic, that is average chapter, a very important chapter. It's also an algebraic chapter, but basic statistics understanding is also needed. Arithmetic mean or average related concepts and questions. Yes, Samia, it will be included in the practice worksheet. So that is the next lecture, 19th lecture in the series. So that's it. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good night.